Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to be talking about the credit score and a couple different tips and tricks to improve the credit score. Now, before we get into today's video, guys, go ahead and click on the subscription link, turn on notifications. We are +1 subscriber from yesterday, guys. The channel is growing every single day, so let's go ahead and get into it. First one, guys, checking your credit report. Now, getting a copy of your credit report here in the United States is free to do once per year. Review it carefully, review it accurately, ensure there is nothing on there that shouldn't be, and also the things that should be on there are on there and are present, recording correctly. If not, dispute any errors that you find immediately, guys. This is probably going to have one of the biggest impacts on your credit report, is making sure that everything is on there. Now, through my time as a financial counselor, I have seen a lot of inaccuracies on the credit report, or things that should not be reported, or things that are paid off, again, affecting your credit score in a negative manner. Incorrect balances, payment history, late payments, missed payments, things of that nature need to be corrected with your credit report. That way you can ensure the accuracy on there. Now, another way is really paying your bills on time. 35% of your entire credit report or your credit score is your payment history, which is the reason why, even if you can only make the payment, the minimum payment, it is very, very imperative that you do make the payment. It is the single most significant factor that improves your credit score, paying your bills on time every time. Now, for a majority of people, that does mean setting up automatic payments, which works phenomenal, guys. That is why people do have the ability to set up automatic payments, or why they recommend setting up automatic payments. And also, a lot of institutions do offer discounts for setting up those automatic payments, because not only do they want to make sure that your bill is paid on time, but they also do want to make sure that they are getting paid on time as well. Another key factor when it comes to your credit score is diversifying the types of credit you have. If you're carrying just a ton of credit card debt, that can be detrimental to your credit score, especially if you are carrying balances on there. Most institutions like to see a nice blend. If you have credit cards, if you have loans, if you have mortgages, making sure again that you're keeping the balances low on the credit cards, making sure that you're making all of your payments on time. Another thing to think about when you're doing credit is building too much too fast. So what I mean by this is, when people go out and they do 15 different applications or 15 different credit cards, it looks like you're exposing yourself to not only the ability to borrow an incredible amount of debt, but when a creditor looks at it and says, hey, Mr. Smith, you have 15 credit cards. Essentially, Mr. Smith could go out and could borrow and max out 15 credit cards, because those are ones that they have open, which again can definitely affect your score. Another big thing that a lot of people do overlook is credit monitoring tools. Now, there is a lot of credit cards out there that do the credit monitoring or score monitoring services for free. When you look at Discover, you see the free monitoring. When you look at Citibank, you look at a lot of different cards, they do offer the credit monitoring tools, which again, do not overlook them, guys. They are super important, super imperative when it comes to maintaining that credit score. If there is ever anything illegitimate, if there's fraud on there, if there's anything of that nature, you definitely want to know about it and get help and correct it ASAP, guys, because again, it can have a huge impact on your credit score. You can also freeze your credit report. Now, this is a video that I'm going to do later, but freezing your credit report, if you don't have much credit utilization, there is not a reason just to leave your credit report completely open, because with the incredible amount of fraud that we're seeing right now, making sure that your credit report is locked up, that no one has access to it, can really save you a lot of heartache in the long run with that credit report being frozen. Now, one of the biggest things we're seeing right now in America is keeping your balances low. 35% of your credit score is your payment history, while another 30% is the capacity. So the way that your capacity is determined is the amount that you have available to rent on your card or to utilize on your card in comparison to the amount that you have borrowed. So let's say you have a $10,000 limit on your card, you have $5,000 is the carrying balance that you have on that card. That means you are using 50% of the capacity on that card, which again, the capacity counts for 30% of your credit score. They want to see, the credit bureaus want to see the capacity about 30% or less, generally speaking, just to make sure, again, that it doesn't have a big negative effect on your credit score. Now, this also can be widely variable depending on what your limit is. It's a little bit different if you have a $20,000 limit with a $5,000 balance, but it is also entirely different if you have a $5,000 limit with a $5,000 balance. You can see where the capacity and how it can affect your credit score greatly. Keep your credit card balances low and try to pay them off in full every single month, guys. It is super beneficial not to carry the balances on your credit card for really two big reasons. Number one, it is going to yield you the highest possible score that you can get within your credit report, making sure that you keep those balances low. In addition, if you pay it off every month, you do not have to pay interest on the card if it is paid in full, which again is really big when it comes to monitoring your credit and actually repairing, fixing, paying down debt with your score. Now, next one we look at is limiting your new credit applications. Credit applications account for 10% of your score. Each time you apply, the hard inquiry when they pull your credit can lower your score. Limit your new applications. Only apply when it is really needed. When you're looking to buy something, we have a lot of people who do go around to a ton of different institutions for a ton of different things and pull their credit, which of course negatively can affect your score depending on the amount of inquiries that you've had. The final point I wanted to go over in the video is seeking professional help, guys. Now, most of you know that I do work for a credit union. We offer free financial counseling, credit counseling, financial advisors. There are a lot of institutions that will offer you products and services that are completely free to go in and get, sit down actually with somebody if you want to, do it virtual, whatever it may be, to really break down the credit report, give you a deeper understanding of it. Also give you, again, similar to what I did in this video, tips and tricks on how you can improve your credit when you're getting ready to purchase a house, an auto loan, anything like that. The higher your credit score, the lower the rate is going to be. In turn, with that lower rate, you're going to have a much lower payment, which means, again, when you're making your payment, more going towards principal, less going towards the interest that you're paying because you have a poor credit score and your rate is much higher. In addition, the approval. If you have good credit, if you have A credit, a lot of institutions are a lot more likely to lend money to you. Not only just the lending factor, but also giving you the approval factor to get the loans and buy the things that you're looking to go ahead and purchase. Sorry guys, so that'll do it for today's video. Let me know below in the comments, guys, what has helped your credit score or what has really hurt your credit score through time. I know it is a very, very important, and a lot of people always have a lot of questions about credit reports, credit scores, what it is comprised of, what makes it up, what can negatively affect it. You hear a lot of rumors out there from a lot of different people, but if you do have questions, guys, specific questions, drop them in the chat down below, in the comments down below, and I will definitely get to them. I'll answer you. So again, let me know in the comments what you guys think, and as always, thank you guys for watching.